Fast foods have become such a major part of our day-to-day life that it is now impossible to imagine our existence without some of the most iconic combos at our favorite outlets. Be it McDonald's legendary Big Mac, Burger King's Chicken Whopper, or the invention of fried chicken sandwiches at Chick-fil-A. Through these years, it is quite evident how fast food industries have grown to have a significant grip on every generation's mind, and even make some of the biggest profitable turnovers out of all industries. Unfortunately, that is not always the case. While deriving the perfect combinations, these fast food chains often go through a hefty experimental process of hitting a like or missing it by miles. Not everything goes their way, always. In this list, we will be counting down the top fast food services that massively flopped while exploring the reason behind the unfortunate crash. Watch the video till the end to spot the most surprising and disastrous fast food products. We bet the companies might be regretting to this day. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Burger King's Satisfries. How can anyone forget Burger King's most controversial line of fries? Amidst the pressure to do something different and attract more consumers, Burger King's strategy to compete with McDonald's or Wendy's fell flat on their faces. It all began with the introduction of Satisfries, as they named it. Its tagline said 40% less calories and fat, 60% more satisfaction. Not only was the advertisement of Satisfries controversial, but so was its tagline. In the advertisement, they claimed that one can eat as many Satisfries as they want, without getting worried about being unhealthy. It was indeed misleading in a lot of ways. Soon the media covered the issue, only to find out that Satisfries, being French fries after all, weren't even as healthy as the company claimed them to be. Burger King had previously stated that they coated the potatoes with an additional strip of starch, which helped in the absorption of fat and cholesterol. Moreover, these fries were almost double the price of regular fries. So Burger King eventually had to put a full stop to Satisfries production in 2014. Pizza Hut's Flavor of Now menu. Talking about a single product not performing well, Pizza Hut had a whole line of products that failed. How about that? In late 2014, Pizza Hut tried to undertake an innovative strategy of targeting millennial consumers in an inventive way. They launched their Flavor of Now menu in late 2014. We don't blame you if you haven't heard the name even once, as it was that irrelevant. This line of pizzas came with equally innovative ingredients, including honey sriracha crust, balsamic, drizzle, and Peruvian cherry peppers. Not only did these ingredients break the stereotypes of being typical pizza toppings, they did not even clear the mark as per taste, going by the customers' reviews. The company's attempt to make pizza upscale did not fit right with the consumers at all, which eventually forced them to focus on their mainstream items, all within a year. By 2016, this line of pizzas was put on a halt by Pizza Hut, for all the good reasons, we must say. Wendy's Super Bar, who doesn't love piling their plates up with an all-you-can-eat buffet, reminds us of big fat weddings. Well, the Super Bar concept, a first of its kind, introduced by Wendy's, had to be canceled due to the immorality of the customers and lack of maintenance. In the late 1980s, Wendy's hit the lottery when they first introduced the Super Bar, where the customers could pile up their plates like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but with food. The bar had sectional categorization of different kinds of food. For example, there was the Mexican food section, a pasta-filled Italian area, a salad region, burgers, and a not-so-deserted dessert section. Oh, did we yet mention that the Super Bar only costs $2.99 per customer? As light as it was on the consumers' pockets, it was equally heavy on the companies. The staff constantly struggled to keep the sections clean and restocked, while the customers took advantage of the refill system and kept loading their plates over and over again, exhausting Wendy's budget. In 1988, Wendy's Super Bars were permanently shut down. McDonald's Hula Burger. In a debate about experimental food concepts failing miserably, how can we not mention McDonald's? Back in the 1960s, McDonald's Filet-O-Fish stirred the way burgers were prepared using either chicken or meat patties only. Giving competition to itself, in 1963, McDonald's came up with a very innovative Hula Burger concept. We still can't decide if pineapple qualifies as a pizza topping or not, and here McDonald's broke every headline by introducing a pineapple hoop in place of a burger patty in their Hula Burgers. It was introduced in the Lenten season against Filet-O-Fish, specifically catering for the needs of the Catholic people. If you look at the 2023 menu of McDonald's, then only one out of these two orders can be found. So it is pretty clear that Hula Burger lost this battle within months of its introduction. This reminds us of another time when McDonald's tried to experiment with other niches while introducing the McSpaghetti in the late 1970s. Well, it also failed miserably and can only be found in the Philippines and Florida. Seafood salad Taco Bell. As we said earlier, McDonald's Filet-O-Fish didn't only defeat other McD items, but also made the contemporary companies scratch their heads in competition. Drawing a bad inspiration, Taco Bell came up with the seafood salad in 1986. It was advertised as a heavenly innovation to the concepts of salads, with the inclusion of taco salad, shrimp, white fish, and snow crabs. As its tagline suggests, the salad was meant to be freshly made from the sea, which did not stand up to its name. Soon after its release, it managed to gather the court's attention, which later turned negative. The customers found something fishy in the bowl. You see what we did there? A lot of food poisoning cases came up after consuming the Taco Bell seafood salad. It was found out that not every outlet followed the rules of presenting it fresh from the sea, it seemed. It soon had to be shut down before it damaged more lives and tarnished Taco Bell's image. Burger King's Halloween Whopper. Burger King decided to hop onto the spooky season with its own flavors. In 2015, Burger King took the fast food market by storm after introducing the black-colored Halloween Whopper, popularly claimed as the ugliest-looking thing on Burger King's menu. It was nothing more than a disappointment. Burger King decided to replace the original buns of its regular chicken Whopper with black ones, using A1 steak sauce. As it seems, they went a little overboard with the concentration of the steak sauce, which later turned out to be gooey and unpleasant. People even reported their poop appearing neon green after consuming the Halloween burger, but that is a different debate. As a result, it discontinued the risky burger immediately. Domino's The Noid. In the 1980s, Domino's marketing guy came up with a new concept of introducing the rabbit-human hybrid, Noid, a thorn in every Domino's ad who tried to destroy the pizzas in different ways. Theoretically, Noid was a physical manifestation of all the challenges inherent, while delivering a pizza within 30 minutes or less. The prime motive for picturing the Noid character inspired a very wrong section of the people indeed. On a typical Monday in 1989, a 22-year-old guy named Kenneth Lamar Noid held two Domino's employees hostage for more than 5 hours in Georgia. He even possessed a .357 Magnum revolver. The two employees somehow escaped from the store while Kenneth Lamar Noid was busy making pizza for himself. After getting arrested, Kenneth argued that he thought that the Noid character was indeed about him, so he was entitled to do what he did. As a result, Domino's eventually stopped featuring the character until much later. McDonald's supersizing. We bet every fast food enthusiast must remember McDonald's notorious supersizing option. Back in the 1980s, 1987 to be specific, McDonald's came up with a supersizing option, where the customers were entitled to order rather than a supersized product, which was almost double the size of a regular-sized one. Everything was growing great until 2004, when Morgan Spurlock's documentary, Supersize Me, was released. In the documentary, it was known that he undertook a challenge of consuming only McDonald's food for 30 days, and going for the supersize options if the employers gave him a choice. Well, 70% of the time, the employers did. Eventually, Morgan suffered from a series of health deteriorations, including headaches, heart palpitations, weight gain, etc. This stirred a great deal of controversies, and McDonald's eventually had to stop the supersizing options, which promoted and glorified the unhealthy lifestyle. McDonald's McLean Burger. Is another McDonald's on the list? We already told you how they love to experiment with their menu, didn't we? With the McLean Deluxe, McDonald's was quite sure that they had hit the health-conscious customers' lottery. But it was again a huge failure. McDonald's claimed that the McLean Deluxe came with a low-fat burger bun which only had 10 grams of fat compared to the Big Mac, which had 26 grams. The concept wasn't even that bad, as compared to its market sales. The health-conscious populations had major issues with how the meat tasted as it included an additive extract of seaweed. As a result, this particular kind of burger turned out to be greasy and unappealing. It stuck around for only a few years since its debut in 1991,